Welcome to the Hard Rock Show. I'm Andrew, and this is Caesar, getting involved in things. Details are at the bottom of your screen right now, so please make sure you are following all of our social media channels to keep up to date with everything happening at THRS. There's extra content, old archive stuff going on at the moment with everything happening in isolation. We're doing things a bit differently, so follow us online for more information, and also please follow Channel 31 and Channel 44 to keep up to date with the fight to keep community TV on the airwaves. As of right now, as it stands, at June 30, community TV, so Channel 31 and Channel 44 get the switch off order, and that'll be the end of those two stations. It looks like. So follow us, follow Channel 31 and 44 to keep up to date with everything in that regard, and write to your local member to try and run up some support. There's some petitions out there. There's all sorts of stuff. So get involved however you can. We will greatly appreciate it, and hopefully we'll get some more years of community TV on the airwaves. Tonight, because we are all still in isolation, we do have some more of the goodies that we've been showing to you over the last few weeks. Caesar's now investigating one of the lights. And so we have myself, Tim, Nikki and Brendan going further down the rabbit hole of our all-Australian content. So we're trying to put as much Australian bands on telly as we can at the moment. And so we're going to continue that little journey, which is also going to include Nikki's continuing journey with the bottle of Jack Daniels that she had on that night. So that's coming up after I play one clip to kick things off. So we're going to literally pick up where we left off last week. I think the last clip we played last week was from Lillye, and so we're going to open up this week's show with another clip from Lillye, but this is brand new, and it's a cover of a different kind. So this is Lillye doing a Screaming Jets cover. So this is about as Australian as it gets, but they put their own little twist on it. So without any further ado, this is their take on Better. Check it out. Let us know what you think. Alrighty. Up next is me. So I'm going to go with some good old-fashioned Aussie heavy metal from the last album they did, which is a fucking ripper. If you haven't checked it out, please do. So I'm going to go with Lord, and the song is Kill or Be Killed. All right. So that means, Nikki, it's your turn. What have you got for us?
All right, this is my all-time favourite by this band.
Oh, God. I've got 2 copies of that at home.
So have I, apparently. The song I'm picking, this is actually,
Don't waste your time, Brendan. Come on.
This is my favourite Roxus song of all time. I've sent you a link, Andrew. It's Body Heat, live in Adelaide. Roxus, Body Heat, fucking amazing.
Getting toward the finish line now. We have Brendan. What have you got for us now?
Let's head south, shall we?
Okay.
And let's go to the map of Tassie, because that's where I like it. This is a band we had the pleasure of sharing the stage with earlier on this year. This is Jax And The Wayward.
Jax And The Wayward.
Yeah, and this song is called Chunky. Check it out.
All right. Speaking of getting in the groove, here we go. Tim, what have you got for us?
This is I've probably seen this band live like 30 or 40 times. One of the great stalwarts of Melbourne live music. This is Lifeline by Frankenbok.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool. Nice. But speaking of favourites, it's not you, Nikki, it's me this time around, so it's my choice. I'm going to go... going to go with a lyric video this time around. We don't do too many lyric videos in these ones, but this is, being a 2-hour episode, it's kind of cool to put one of these in, and it's from a long-time viewer of the show. So this is specifically for Dean Whedon and his band Rockin, so the
cool.
EP, the same name, they debut. So he's very, very cool. Hey?
Yay, Dean.
Yes. This is very cool to have someone who's been watching the show for a long time being able to give them sort of like, I think it's a television premiere for their lyric video. So this is Rockin with their self-titled song off the self-titled EP. Enjoy. Hey there again, just quickly jumping in to give this week's release guide while Caesar is determined to get himself in all the action today. Before I get stuck into things, a quick thank you to our wonderful sponsors, Squidding Screen Printing, Old Colt and Rockstar Finance. Thank you so much for your support. I have no idea what Caesar's trying to do. He doesn't know what he's trying to do. But here's this week's little release guide of releases that have just come out and what's coming up that we think you should check out. So May the 8th, which I think is yesterday as this goes to air, and Oceans released their latest in Cosmic World Mother, hearing some good things about that one, so check it out. Coming up on the 15th of May, Gathering of Kings, which is a melodic rock supergroup out of Europe, released their second album, Discovery, and also long-standing, I guess, metal icons in a sense, depending on which album you listen to. Paradise Lost have got their latest in Obsidian. Coming up May 22nd, FM released their latest in Synchronized. Pretty Maids, who have a bit of a fan base following us, they're releasing a Made in Japan Future World Live 30th anniversary on that date as well, so check that out if you're a fan of that stuff. May 29 sees Alstorm release Curse of the Crystal Coconut. It also sees local band Ironstone release their debut EP Prophecy. Static X released their latest in Project Regeneration Volume 1, and Vandenberg released their latest in 2020, which is just called 2020. And then finally, to close out this one, on June the 12th, we have the Icons that are Deep Purple releasing their latest studio album, simply called Whoosh. And there are some interesting tracks out there to check out in this one too, so go and have a listen to some of those, see if you're keen on the album. So before we get stuck into or continue on with the drunken ramblings that we've been getting through for the last few weeks, I'm going to give you a song of a different kind, which is a band that is very well loved out there amongst you, and our fan base has really latched on this one. And this is a band that's not Australian, so we're going to take a break on things. We did this last week with the Indian band, so now we're going to go to a Mongolian band that is well loved, and that is The Who. And this is a song from their debut album, The Garrig. There's a deluxe edition of this coming out with some acoustic tracks and some guest vocal appearances. And so this song is one of those ones with a guest vocal, and it has none other than the awesome Lzzy Hale. So this is The Who featuring Lzzy Hale with the Song of Women. Check it out. Let us know what you think. This one. So Nikki,
Yay.
second last. What have you got?
All right. So I never, ever miss an opportunity to play a Triple Kill song. Triple Kill. I love you all. I cannot separate. I love you all equally. I'm going to go with Blades, Andrew.
Very cool.
Blades.
Final round of this Trainwreck TV. Tim, what is your final choice?
I think it has to be this one because I think the guys who made this film clip had the same stuff that Nikki is having. So this is Rubber Arm by June Rats. No.
That's it for this week. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Details at the bottom of the screen as always, so please make sure you are following us to keep up to date with everything that's happening with THRS. You're going to get archive stuff being released. You've got an idea of what's coming up next because everything's in a state of flux. I'm not quite sure what we're doing next week yet, but we will work it out and we will let you know online, so follow us. Also, please follow Channel 31 and Channel 44 to keep up to date with the latest on the fight to keep community TV on the airwaves. Please do get involved in the petitions and write to your local member and all that sort of stuff to try and drum up as much support as we can to keep community TV on, because as it stands right now, June 30th, we'll see Channel 31 and Channel 44 get the switch-off order from the government, and we don't want that to happen, so let's hope and pray that we can get some good news in that regard in the near future. That's it, like I said, for this week. If you'd like to give us some support, we will greatly appreciate it, especially at this point in time. We have Patreon, we have business sponsor packs, we have merch for sale as well, so get in touch if any of that is of interest to you. And we'll see you again next week at the same time. So until then, thank you all for tuning in. On behalf of us all here at THRS, I'm Andrew. We'll see you next week. Drink up, rock on.
Nice.
I
Very
love
cool.
some June Rats. Get some. Ow.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, Nikki, fix
Yes,
your screen up a little bit.
Yeah,
Huh?
you
Like,
need
angle your
to
screen down a bit.
Angle, Nikki. Angle.
It's the angle. The angle.
Levels.
Drop it. Wow.
You can't even fuck me right now.
I know we
He's
got
got a
it back
preview of
exactly
Nikki
where
in
it
about an
was.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry, Tim.
Oh, don't be sorry. This is gold.
Isolation.
Have we had a timer on this?
I can loop this though. That's what I'm gonna do.
I just finished War and Peace at the time that Nikki was laughing.
I'm so sorry, man.
No, it's fucking hilarious.